guys. This is Dahlia, helping young professionals to achieve international careers and career freedom so that they can make the impact that they want to make on the world. And I am hopping on. We are mid-December already, as you are all fully aware, I am sure. You've probably been seeing lots of, messages and marketing and all that kind of thing saying, hey, we're almost at the end of 2018. Have you reached your goals and whatnot? And it's one of those times of year where we start reassessing our lives and how our year went, and it brings up a lot of those old doubts. And many of you guys, we were in touch earlier this year, at the start of 2018, and some of you have reached out to say, oh, I'm still not sure what I want to do. I still have doubts about my career path and what I want to achieve. And there's that whole doubt, that whole confusion about what you want to do, whereas others know what you want to do, but there's a lot of doubt in terms of, is that even achievable? And if that's not achievable, maybe I should do this. But is that even realistic? And what if this? What if that? And there's so many doubts that young professionals have to deal with. And, on one hand, I think that us millennials were raised, most of us, to believe that we can achieve whatever we want, go for your dreams, create the life that you want. Many of us have a lot, we're very lucky people. We have internet access. We've been educated. We know that we have all of these things on our side, and we know that we should be able to achieve great things, make an impact on the planet. On the other hand, we have people, often older generations, perhaps our parents, even our professors, telling us that be realistic. That's not really realistic. Be more realistic, just get a job. Work is supposed to be hard. Work is supposed to be, you're just supposed to settle with whatever it is that you can get. And we have all of these other things that kind of stops us in our tracks and makes us believe that perhaps, all of these things that we want to achieve are not really achievable. And what I'm noticing is that a lot of young professionals are just in this perpetual state of doubt, this perpetual state of, I want something more, I want to make an impact, and I think I have all these skills to offer, but, is it really possible? Or should I do it now? Or should I do this thing first and wait a while? Or should I do this? Should I do that? And there's this huge cloud of doubt that's surrounding so many professionals. And I think most of us have just been conditioned to believe that that's normal, that we're supposed to feel this doubt all the time. And we just have to kind of wing it and see where things go. And that's just how it is. And, everything will sort itself out because we have the dream. So surely the dream will materialize, hopefully, maybe, right? And obviously, it doesn't work this way. And doubt is one of the biggest sabotagers of people's careers. Why? Because doubt is a time waster. And when you waste time, you waste life. When you waste time, you waste life, you waste, most of us don't understand how to get time on our side, how to get time to be our friend and not our enemy. And I think we're all, we all know, not to be morbid or anything, we all know that we're going to die, right? We know that. However, it's obviously not something that we want to think about on a daily basis, because then we get depressed, or it's just, we get into a perpetual existential crisis if we're always thinking about our death. However, it's actually a really good thing to keep in mind that we do all have this really limited time. And I think that most people, we just don't want to even think about time. We just want to push it away and make decisions in the moment and, keep going like that. And then what happens is, this is why I talk to so many people who have been living this way, living in doubt, kind of going from one moment to the next, hoping things are going to sort itself out. And that's how they get to 10 years, 20 years down the road, and things haven't sorted themselves out. They're still not seen as a specialist. They're still living in states of poverty, or they're still living in states of confusion and not having achieved what they always wanted to achieve. And it's because they never cleared the doubt. They always assumed that the clarity would come. They always assumed that eventually things would work themselves out if they just carried on. And it doesn't go that way, right? And so I wanted to just discuss, because we are reaching the end of 2018, the end of the year. Obviously, time is years and on months and everything. They're just constructions that we've created. But what's not a construction, where we say age is just a number, it is just a number. That's a construction that we have. However, what's not just a number is our lifespan, right? We are all going to die. That is not just a construction, that is biological. And so we do have this limited time frame, and we need to know how to manage that time frame to actually achieve something in our lives, right? If that's what you want to do, and give our lives some kind of meaning. And so when it comes to our careers, the key thing there is to realize that the longer you stay in doubt, the longer you are not able to move forward. So if you're doubting that you're going to be able to achieve what you want, or if you are in that phase of just, oh, I'll just send out an online application because that feels concrete, right? When you're doubting, the whole problem is you have that cloud. You're in that cloud of doubt. And so you will latch on to anything that's concrete and instantaneous. And this is the big risk there, because you are more likely, this is what I see people doing all the time, because there's that cloud of doubt, they're not sure what they want to do, or they're not sure if anyone is going to ever hire them, they're not sure if they can actually get those positions. They will just reach out for what's tangible. And what is tangible? It's sending out another application. It gives you that dopamine spike where it says, your application has been submitted. And you go, yes, I've done something. And people will send out hundreds of these applications, feel great that your application has been submitted, and they won't hear back. And they just keep kind of staying in this cloud of doubt, reaching out for those dopamine spikes, so they feel like they're doing something and not actually advancing. And then the other thing that I see people doing is they will reach out for what's tangible, and what's tangible is where you are right now. So if you want to achieve something new, so if you're thinking, okay, 2019, I want a new life, a new job, I want to achieve an international career, I want to be one of those people who's working for the UN, or I want to be one of those people who is saving the planet and, making an impact, working abroad, or even getting more flexibility to be able to work from home or working from wherever I want. People who are envisioning these things, if that is not what you're doing right now, that is going to be clouded in doubt, because it's not tangible yet, right? It's not yet in existence. You're trying to imagine it, but it's not yet your reality. And so it's obviously that vision, that future that you're aiming for, obviously is going to have a lot of doubt surrounding it. The doubt of, is this achievable? Will it happen? When will it happen? How will it happen? All of those questions are creating doubts in you guys, which is normal because, that's not your current reality. And then what happens with those doubts is that young professionals will just step backwards. And I think it's almost subconscious, sometimes not so subconscious, but you guys will say, okay, what's tangible right now? Sending out that next application. Or what's tangible right now? Staying where I am. Because you can see your reality. And I see so many young professionals who are really struggling. I mean, really in tough situations, financially, emotionally, toxic work environments, their health is suffering, really not ideal situations at all, but that's what's tangible. So for them, this is their reality. And there's a part of them that prefers to stay where they are because it's tangible, or I shouldn't say prefer, but I should say it's just it's going to be easier to keep going in the same direction that you're in right now versus attacking that doubt and going for what it is that you want, if that makes sense. So a lot of people, yes, they're going, I want this big thing, but when it comes time to actually create that, there's just too many doubts. There's too many unanswered questions. The how, the when, the what, the if, all of these questions creates that big cloud of doubt, and they can't even enter the cloud. Like, they can't even start answering these questions because they don't have a process. They don't know what to do beyond, send another application, or beyond, talk to the people around them who are in their current reality. So most of the time, those people are not the most helpful because they're part of your current circle, whereas most of the time you need to be in a new circle. And that's how people stay where they are for a really, really long time. And so having that dream, having that faraway vision is not enough. That is the first step. That's great. But you really need to have a concrete process, something that is tangible, something that is outcome driven, so that you don't fall into that cloud of doubt. Because doubt, people who are still doubting whether they can do it, if they can do it, what they're going to do, they will stay in that doubt for years and years until that cloud gets cleared somehow. So my advice to you is, if you are feeling like you are in doubt right now, don't assume that the doubt is just going to clear itself. Don't assume that it is normal. It's not about normal or not normal. Unfortunately, it's become quite normal. I mean, a lot of people are living in that doubt, but that doesn't have to be you. Because people who are already out of that cloud, I mean, people who have the kind of careers that you want to have, they didn't allow doubt to hold them back. So they didn't allow all of those kinds of question marks stop them from taking action. They were able to say, okay, there's a lot of stuff I don't know right now. I know that, I can't know exactly when, I can't know exactly how, all of these kinds of things. But the point is, you have to get all of the odds on your side. So you have to look at what you want, and you have to figure out if there's anything that I could do right now to stack the odds in my favor, to find out how to make that when much sooner. What could I do, right? Because doing the same thing over and over again will give you the same results. So really get clear. Clarity is absolutely everything. I mean, everything. It's not just about having something in place. It's not just about having that tangible outcome. It's about getting the clarity first, and then you're going to be able to get the outcome, if that makes sense. So what I want to do is I want to invite you guys. We still have some slots this week. We're going to try to keep our slots for career roadmap sessions open over the holidays if we can. And there might be some reduced slots, but see if you can hop on, see if you can grab a slot. These are the free career roadmap sessions for those of you who want to get that clarity, who really want to figure out, okay, here are the challenges holding me back. Here's what I can fix. Here's what I can do to move forward and start getting that clarity, start knowing what it is that you need to do in order to change your approach to get a different result. So if you guys are ready for that, if you're ready to get clear on what is not working for you and what it is that you want to change, so to get out of that cloud, then definitely hop on, book a slot. The link for that is acceleratoryambitions.com/apply. And that is going to take you directly to my and also to my team's calendar. And from there, you just select whatever slot is best for you. And then there's a short questionnaire to fill out so that we can prepare for the session. And from there, we're going to be getting on a call with you, and we're going to discuss all about, any doubts that you have, because I know so many of you have said, I mean, there's so many things, right? There's, like we were just discussing, should I do this? Is that realistic? Is it not? We'll be able to give you that clarity about, is that realistic, or do you need to maybe change your approach or fix your goal, right? So hop on a session with us, give yourself the gift of clarity before the new year. And the main thing I wanted to just say to you is try not to dip into holiday mode. And there's nothing wrong with holiday mode. Definitely you guys should go on holiday, take a break, all those kinds of things. Enjoy time with your families. However, just avoid allowing the doubt to let you postpone your goals, because you don't need to wait to get that clarity. And doubt will tell you, okay, I'll just wait, another month, another few weeks, another year, whatever it might be, and then I will figure this out. But you can figure it out now and have a plan of action. And, even if you don't want to land a new role tomorrow, you can still have the clarity and know what you're doing and get yourself out of that fog. Like, you guys need to take the decision. Do I want to be in the fog, or do I want to know what to do, how to do it, and, be able to start building that? Because time does not wait for us, and time can be our friend. If we get that clarity, we know where we're headed, we know our goal, we know how to get there. Time can be your friend, because you can start planting those seeds now, and those seeds are going to start growing. But you don't want to wait to plant the seeds later, because if there's no roots, if you don't get the roots in, it's going to be harder and harder later on. So the sooner you can plant those seeds, get those roots in the ground, get your whole strategy to start working for you, the sooner that, the quote unquote tree can grow, and you can really branch off I hope you guys like my little metaphor there. That's how you can really branch off and create these incredible impacts and lifestyle for yourselves and all of these things. But if you're just focused on, oh yeah, I'll plant that seed tomorrow or the next day or later, if you keep postponing the actual planting of the seed, you're never going to get to these amazing branches where you see other people who are really living the lives that you want, who are really doing incredible things. All of that stuff started with the seed, and you don't want to be waiting and waiting and waiting to plant that seed, because it'll be too late. You're never going to be able to achieve those greater outcomes because you won't have time on your side anymore. So there's my advice for you guys. This is just from what I'm noticing. We've been talking to hundreds of you guys this year. So by this point, you know, we're seeing a lot of patterns, a lot of different things that I want to make sure none of you are falling into. So I want you to learn from, you know, the experience that I have talking to so many people, and make sure that you guys are in the category of professionals who are really achieving, as opposed to the ones who are continuing the cycle. I don't want any of you guys to be stuck there, because I know you guys, you have all of these things that you want to achieve. You know you're skilled, you know you're educated, you know that you're some of the luckiest people on the planet, and you want to make sure that all of that is leveraged and utilized into actually doing something amazing, and also having the lives that you want. And you don't want to wait to get that life, you know, one day down the road. You want to start building that now, because the sooner you get your next goal achieved, the sooner you're going to be up-leveling your goals and going higher and higher and higher, and just creating incredible things. So yes, so the first step is to get you clarity, get you out of the cloud of doubt. To do that, book your roadmap session. That's accelerateYourAmbitions.com/apply. Book your session if you can find a slot. If you can't find any slots, because we don't have, I should really do these Facebook Lives before all the slots get booked. But if you don't see any slots, because I know there are not that many left this week, send me a message to my email address, or you can also message me here on Facebook. But otherwise, my email is dalia@accelerateYourAmbitions.com. And we will try to get you in, because I know that a lot of you guys are starting to think about 2019. A lot of you guys are already starting to grapple with that doubt of, oh, maybe I should think about this in 2019 and now just enjoy the holidays. But then there's another part of you that goes, maybe actually I should have a bit more clarity on this ahead of the holidays, so I can actually relax more and enjoy the holidays better without this, you know, thing that I'm thinking about at the back of my head. So I want to try to keep those slots open for you guys, even over the, you know, the holiday periods. I don't really believe in stopping everything for the holidays, right? I do believe in enjoying and resting and everything, but I also believe that goals should not be put on hold, because people who really achieve big things, they're thinking about their goals, they're working on their goals every single day, even when they're resting, because their goals are their lives, and you know, their goals usually involve their families and their friends and all this kind of thing. And when you have an impact to make, it's not something that rests. It's not something that just stops and takes a break. It's something that is part of you and part of your life, whether you're resting, whether you're actively, you know, working on it. So yeah, looking forward to speaking to you guys this week. Send me a message if you have any, if there's any other kind of advice that you want me to give you, or any other questions that you have, any other doubts that you have, and looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye.